everybody. So one of the things y'all wanted me to talk about was opportunities that have come to me as a result of photography. OMG. I have had so many. Starting way back. I mean, my goodness. As a result of photography, I'm photographing a bride. I said, like I just shoot the breeze with people. And where are you going on your honeymoon? She says, Hawaii. I said, oh, you should take me with you. That way you would have awesome honeymoon pictures. She goes, would you come? I said, yeah, I would come. I said, now, of course, my assistant, my wife, has to come with me. She goes, no problem. I said, I need you to pay airfare and hotel. She goes, no problem. So, go figure. I photographed this bride, and then off I went to Hawaii and literally did underwater pictures. They rode down the mountain on bicycles. I photographed them there. I shipped in their bridal clothes, and I did images of them like up on the rocks and, water splashing behind them and all this kind of stuff. Just from asking. Now, the whole story is she was a stewardess, and she got these buddy passes, so the air didn't really cost her that much. She was buddies with some dude who owned a condo, and so he just gave her an extra 3-4 days in another room, which is where we stayed. That didn't cost her nothing. So the air and the hotel didn't cost diddly squat. Did I know that? No. Did I get the opportunity? Yes, I did. So just like that, just from asking, I did that. There's numerous weddings, Virginia, Dallas. Just recently I flew to Utah. They flew me, picked me up limo, blah, 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 put me up at the Waldorf Astoria to photograph them in the snow. Whoop-de-doo. Numerous situations like that. I also have had vendors. Fuji, back in the day, took us to the U.S. Open as a result of me being sponsored by Fuji. We got to see, I don't remember who it was. Seems like, I don't know, some famous tennis guy. We got to sit in the fancy Fuji box and watch tennis at the U.S. Open. How cool is that? Gazillions of rounds of golf as a result of just doing photography. Here recently, a buddy of mine who owned a fancy schmancy house in Destin for this past Sync convention. I did him a few little favors by photographing his house in Destin for marketing purposes. As a result, for the Sync convention, you can have the house. So for the whole Sync convention, I stayed at a $3.5 million house with, I don't know how many bedrooms, like 9 to 10 bedrooms. Me and Tammy all by herself in that big old 4-story, you might as well say, building. We had a pro forum party there. As I figured, hey, I get this place for free. Pro forum, might as well have a little bit of a fun time as a result. So, opportunities. It's amazing what kind of opportunities you can bump into just by simply asking. One of my bucket list items that I've still yet to do is high school senior portraits in Times Square. And I keep pushing, man. I get some of these people and they talk about how, their daddy is super rich and he loves to gamble and he has a private jet. Well, I'm like, well, you need to talk to daddy and get him to fly us to Times Square and let's do your senior pictures in Times Square. I was that close, by the way, with that one girl, but it just didn't happen. Every time I photograph somebody who's legitimately, like they really seem like they could, in fact, be a model, I say to them, now listen, when you get to be rich and famous and you get on the cover of Cosmopolitan, don't forget about your old buddy Kirk Vauclain, who, discovered you. And, they're like, oh no, when I get discovered, I'm going to demand that Kirk Vauclain does the picture. Now, one of these days, that might come through for me. I don't know. So, that's just, you talk about opportunities. It's amazing what can happen as a professional photographer just by asking. And, you know, those are just a few. The list is enormous for the amount of times that I've been photographing and the things I've been able to do. So those are just a few. I hope that helped you out. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye.